Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Kathy Whiteman. Thanks so much for joining us. Irving celebrated Black History Month with a variety of events, including the art exhibit Connections and the annual AfricanAmerican Readin. We'll have highlights from both, and we'll see how kids of all ages enjoyed Frost Fest 2023. Plus, we preview Endless Stories at the North Texas Teen Book Festival. We'll have details on the Irving ISD State of the District event and the entertainment series of Irving concert with George Strait tribute artist Derek Spence. A standing room only crowd attended the Irving Black Arts Council's annual Black History Month program, and it was a joyous celebration.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This year's Black History Month program was a crowd pleaser in every way, and what a crowd it was.
Amazing at the amount of people that were there. From the response from the crowd, awesome.
It was really talented, about a great message about why Black history is important to our community, and I just really enjoyed it.
I love the fact that everyone came out to support. They came out with the right attitudes, and they came out with the mind to want to know more about our culture and our community.
The opportunity to learn more started with the unveiling of the 2023 Black Heritage Stamp by Irving's new postmaster, Curtis Rice. This year's honoree, Ernest J. Gaines, was an acclaimed playwright and author. The afternoon was filled with great music, expressive dance, and spoken word.
Either way, time will continue. It's your beat. It's your rhythm.
But the centerpiece of this year's celebration
Prosecuting attorney Nick Brown is here to prove his case.
Was the play Black History is on Trial. Playwright Stephanie C. Dixon wanted her message to resonate with the audience.
I also wanted them to know just what African Americans have contributed to America. So it wasn't just going to jail. It wasn't just a protest. There was a purpose behind the protest.
Let us march on till victory is won.
The program underscored the Irving Black Arts Council's theme for the season.
I thought the overall show was fantastic. Our theme this year overall is Art on Purpose. So we put this program together purposefully.
And the standing room only crowd loved every minute. Up next for the Irving Black Arts Council, a showcase of local Black authors, bloggers, poets, and more. That's Saturday, June 3rd at 7:30 p.m. at the Irving Arts Center. Visit irvingblackarts.org for more details. The annual AfricanAmerican Readin also celebrated Black authors with the theme One World, Many Voices. Here are some highlights. The 2023 AfricanAmerican Readin, sponsored by the Irving Public Library, showcased a selection of books with music as the theme.
Let the show begin.
Backed by popular demand, the Thomas Haley Elementary Steppers started the afternoon with their high-energy dance moves.
On his 21st birthday, Joseph was given a beautiful and costly violin.
Library staff and volunteers read a variety of educational, fun, and inspirational books, including
Why Not You? Written by Sierra and Russell Wilson,
which showcased two talented young readers.
Use your brilliance as your cue, and then think about this question. Why not you?
Now's your time. The whole world is waiting. All our hearts are set on you.
The read-in also featured acclaimed storyteller Tony Simmons and stressed the psychological benefits to children of seeing people from their own cultural or ethnic background in the books they read. Visit the Irving Public Library webpage at cityofirving.org for a reading list of books featured at this year's AfricanAmerican Readin. The Irving Black Arts Council also hosted an artist reception for their exhibit Connections in the Irving Arts Center main gallery. We talked with each of the featured artists about their work. The Irving Black Arts Council welcomed 5 acclaimed area artists to the Irving Arts Center for a highly anticipated annual event.
This exhibit, Connections, is our 2023 Black History Annual Exhibit.
The theme was a statement on the importance of the visual arts, but it also specifically addressed the artists cultivating the next generation of artists.
One of the reasons we chose the theme Connections, because as you can see, there are connections between the artists.
The exhibit paid tribute to established artists like Frank Frazier.
I was at the very first show they had here many years ago.
And Burl Washington, who have acted as mentors to the up-and-coming artists featured in this year's exhibit. They included clay artist Irving Green, who combined her love of history with her chosen medium.
I was given the opportunity to research slave potters in Texas. And I learned about the Wilson potters when I was in graduate school back in the 90s. And I've been looking for them since then.
She found samples of work from their Reconstruction-era business, which she faithfully reproduced in a collection she created in their honor.
If you notice on the labels say H. Wilson and Company Revisited. So it is supporting and sustaining the legacy.
Gerald Lavelle's abstract work in India Ink and Vellum revealed a joy in using new materials and an interdisciplinary approach to the work.
I do a lot of experimentation in my work. I like to have fun like that in my art laboratory. And so I had this vellum, I had these materials, and so that's what happened. I said, I just want to see what happens. And I said, oh, I like that.
John Johnson shared his inspiration for the watercolor Going Up Yonder.
When I was a boy, I just loved those rides. And this was a new one that Piggly Wiggly's had just put out.
He recalls waiting forever for another boy to finish his turn.
He must have had a pocket full of quarters.
John's turn finally came, but...
As soon as the ride take up and finna go, my mother said, come on, John, it's time to go. I didn't get to ride it that day. As a matter of fact, when I'm riding off in the car, he's waving at me like this, laughing.
From a childhood memory to work from the old guard, noted artist and mentor Frank Frazier's mixed media piece was a metaphorical and physical history lesson.
All I'm trying to remind people about the struggle. If you look at it real good, those are real shackles. They came from Goree Island. That sand is the actual sand that came from Goree Island where the slaves came from.
Another venerated artist, Burl Washington, also paid homage to history, with portraits of little-known figures only recently come to light.
Well, I wanted to do a piece on Bass Reeves for quite some time. He was the U.S. Deputy Marshal out of Oklahoma Territory. In the background, you have the Oklahoma Territory, which you have Kansas at one end, Texas, and all. This is the territory that he was patrolled. They patterned a Lone Ranger after him as well.
40-plus works of art from 5 talented local artists celebrated Black History Month and honored history, legacy, and community. If you missed this year's exhibit, check out the virtual tour at irvingartscenter.com. The annual Irving ISD State of the District event is coming up soon. Dr. Janine Porter is here with the details. Welcome to the show, Dr. Porter.
Thank you so much for having me.
It is a pleasure to have you. I had the opportunity to watch some of last year's event, Together We Rise. It was incredible. One of the things that I loved about it was the way all of the parents and kids and teachers came together to tell their story about Irving ISD. What's the story for this year? What's your theme?
You know, you gave me a great segue into our theme. Our theme for this year is the power of us. And so that's the vision of our fearless leader, Superintendent Magda Hernandez. And so at its core, it's just when every single employee in the district, our parents, our community come together and work toward one common goal, reflecting on the remarkable things that we can do. For our students, we can make sure that every student graduates ready for the career or to go to college of their choice. We can make sure that our families have everything that they need and that our community partnerships are strong. And that's the power of us.
That is wonderful and a very good reason to be at this year's event. However, you're sold out.
100% sold out. We are elated about that.
And sponsorships and volunteer opportunities, everything.
Everything is sold out, but you know that goes to speak to our amazing community support. And we do want to express our sincere appreciation to everyone who brought a sponsorship or brought a ticket. But yes, Special shout out to our platinum sponsors. We did a platinum sponsorship this year. In the past, we've just had 3 levels. This year we had 4. So WRA Architects and YMCA are our platinum sponsors, and we appreciate them.
Wow, congratulations. And talk about the power of us.
Yes,
Communally,
ma'am.
the power
right.
of us. That's great.
Right.
So what are you looking most forward to at this year's event?
Oh my goodness. You know, there are so many things that are panning out that will be my favorites, possibly. But one thing I'm really looking forward to is the culmination of our show. It will give you great insight into the creativity of our students. There will be a student performance that is totally student driven. They were the creative forces behind it and came up with all parts of it themselves. So I'm excited seeing that come together.
Wonderful. Well, for folks who didn't get a ticket early enough, I know that you guys typically record the whole thing, so we'll still have an opportunity to see it.
Absolutely.
Even if they can't be
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. It's a pleasure to talk to you and to get to meet you. Folks, the Irving ISD State of the District Luncheon is Tuesday, March 7th, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Irving Convention Center. Visit irvingisd.net/state of the district for more details. In our last show, Susan Stevens gave us a preview of Marvel's new film, AntMan and the Wasp, Quantumania. This week, she shares her thoughts after screening the movie. Susan, did it live up to your expectations?
Well, Kathy, even though the film didn't quite meet my expectations, I did manage to have fun with it. These newer phases aren't capturing the same Marvel magic we experienced before Endgame, but I think we should hold out hope for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. In the meantime, we can enjoy the continuation of some beloved Avengers and the introduction to the franchise's new big bad villain. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Scott and Hope and their family are accidentally transported into the quantum realm. They discover the world that Hope's mom was trapped in for 30 years and meet the man she feared to ever see again, Kang. The universe is set up much like a setting from Star Wars, which could bother some fans, but doesn't feel like a ripoff. Visually, director Peyton Reed packs in a lot. It's beautiful and messy at the same time, making the plot of the film feel a little more convoluted than it actually is. I'll be honest, I prefer Ant-Man's storyline in the real world. It's just more relatable and easier to follow. However, I do appreciate the effort of making this installment differ from the first 2 movies. Nothing's going to beat the original, but what these movies have going for them are the characters, especially Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. He's hilarious in his delivery and always likable. He's supported by a talented cast, including Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Jonathan Majors, who does a fantastic job at playing a powerful and chilling new villain. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is going to be lower on the MCU movie list, but with its thrilling action sequences and funny one-liners, this sequel makes for an enjoyable blockbuster that's worth catching on the big screen.
So, what's it gonna be? AntMan.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is currently in theaters. Check it out at one of Irving's great local movie venues. It's time for one of my very favorite events, the North Texas Teen Book Festival. Mary Henson and Eileen Nunez join us with a preview of this year's festivities. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, Kathy.
This event is huge, and even last year, post-pandemic, there were more kids there than I anticipated because people were still kind of trying to feel their way. So what do you guys anticipate this year?
I think we are definitely going to expect a bigger festival than last year. We're 2 years out of really the heaviness of the pandemic, and so more people want to get out and experience these kinds of events, and the response this year for 2023 has been fantastic.
Okay, so folks, get there.
Yes.
Because it's going to be wonderful. So one of the things that I love about this festival is that you guys showcase authors that are really exciting and new. You've got a book there on your lap.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it. Jennifer Lynn Barnes is the author?
Yes, it is from the Inheritance Game series. This is her final book, The Final Gambit. She's going to be there for our panel, Murder and Mayhem, and I'm so excited to see her there.
So one of the things that I love about, and I've said this how many times already, is that we're talking about YA literature, but They are great books, and people can really wrap their heads around it. I understand the same thing is happening for middle grades.
Yeah, middle grade is hot. That age group between 8 and 12 is really exploding. So we're seeing actually a lot of YA authors explore those younger ages. So we have created at NTTFF what we like to call the middle ground. And so that's for those upper elementary, middle school readers who are maybe not ready for young adult. But we're going to have their own program so that families and schools can bring in those kids of that age group, and they'll know exactly what they're really going to want to see at NTTFF. And this year we are focusing a lot on graphic novels. So here are two that I brought. Nathan Hale does historical graphic novels, and then Kazu Kibuishi does this wonderful series, Amulet. It's been going on for years. I think there are maybe around 10 of these books, but we will be doing a feature for the Amulet series and many, many graphic novel panels. So that's really going to be a hit this year, I think.
That sounds so exciting. I love graphic novels too. So we've got to wrap this up, but I want to make sure that we get in. You guys have great swag. Did you bring something so you can kind of give us a preview?
Of course. We have some great new designs this year.
Oh, love that.
Beautiful sweatshirt.
So two different. We've got the pullover striped hoodie. Everybody loved this rainbow stripe design.
Yeah.
We also have, this was my request, I wanted a zip hoodie because I really like having something I can just pull on.
Yeah.
With our classic Endless Stories logo on the back, and very popular with the teens, we have joggers.
I am a happy person now.
Yes.
I just need them in my size.
Yeah.
But we'll go into that later.
We have very inclusive sizing. And you know what? These are perfect for when it gets really, really chilly, which apparently we get now in Texas in February.
At least 1 week. Okay, last thing. Do you still need volunteers, and where can they get in touch?
We definitely still need volunteers. We really need adults to step in and do this. NTTFF is a really special event for teens, for middle schoolers, those teens and tween age group. So we would really love adults to step up for their community. And you know what? We even have some volunteer swag for the adults. And you can find more on the website, nttbf.org.
Fantastic. Ladies, thanks so much for being here. I'm so excited about NTTBF 2023. Folks, make sure that you are there. The North Texas Teen Book Festival. Festival Day is Saturday, March 4th. It's at the Irving Convention Center. Find out more at nttbf.com. Where can you count on snow in North Texas, no matter what the temperature is? Frost Fest, of course. Susan was there for all the frosty fun.
The Levy Event Plaza was packed with people enjoying some wintry entertainment at the city's annual Frost Fest.
It's amazing. I just came here with my friends so we can have a little fun.
And that's exactly what the community did, participating in several festive activities.
A craft area, face painting, trains, tons of bounce houses and inflatables, caricature art, photo ops, food, teddy bears, all kinds of stuff.
But what draws the most attention with the longest line is always the slides. 6 foot and 12 foot and covered in snow.
That was so much fun. I wish I could do it again. It was very fun. I thought I was going to fall off. I started spinning and it just kind of like, I felt like I was going to fall off, but I didn't. I was scared at the beginning, but then when I rode it, I was excited, so it was good.
If you wanted a break from the snow hill, you could bounce around in one of the new inflatable additions or take a ride on the train. There's plenty to do and eat at one of Irving's most popular events.
This is a prime example of a free community event that you're able to, take advantage of what Irving has to offer where else in the Metroplex, so you get to go down snow slides in February.
Frost Fest, bringing winter fun to Irving for just one day.
I love seeing all the kids go down the slides and seeing what kind of a crowd continues to come in and making sure everyone's happy.
Why do you like coming to events like these? Because they're so fun. Because everybody can enjoy them and it just makes everybody feel comfortable in the city.
Up next for Irving Events, the Music on Main series at Heritage Park. Tune in to About Town and visit irvingevents.org for more information. The entertainment series of Irving has a reputation for bringing great concerts to Irving, and they've been doing it for 67 years. Johnny Pegues and Alan Connor are here with me to talk about their upcoming show. So I'm just going to say wow, and then we're going to spring it on them, okay? So 67 years. What's the theme for this season?
Our theme for season 67 has been timeless tributes. And every concert that we've done has been a tribute to a fantastic artist who's produced great music over the years. So we have been very happy with it. The response has been incredible. And I can't wait to tell you about 68.
All right, so I'm going to flip to you, Alan, because I just have to make a comment about that Beach Boys concert. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and y'all were brilliant and wonderful, and I'm still hearing California Girls in my head. But I think that country artists are going to love this next concert. Tell us about it.
Well, this gentleman's name is Derek Spence. He is the #1 George Strait tribute artist in the world. He has mannerisms, he looks like him, he sounds like him. Matter of fact, I went to one of his concerts last year, took my wife, we sat down, I got up, because I didn't want my opinion to influence my wife's. After the 4th song, I went and sat down, I said, what do you think? She goes, this is the closest thing to George Strait I have ever seen in my life.
Wow.
I even had a picture of him with me on stage and put it on Facebook, and someone called and goes, where did you meet George Strait?
Okay, so he really looks like George Strait.
He looks and sounds just like it.
Oh, that's great. Well, that is going to be a lot of fun. But wait, folks, there's more. How are you finishing out this season, and what's happening next?
Well, and by the way, he's a Texas artist. Derek Spence he's from Nacogdoches, born in Nacogdoches.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. So, in May, after we get through George, who should be fabulous, we're going to have a Selena Forever tribute, which is going to be a marvelous show. We're talking with the mariachi band from Travis Junior High to open the show in the lobby. So it will be just everything you always loved about Selena. That's what will happen that night, May the 12th.
Okay, great. Well, I'll make sure that I'll ask you guys to come back so we can talk a little bit more about
absolutely.
that. So season 68 is coming up, and you guys are making plans?
Yes, we are. Alan's been working diligently on getting our band set up. Season 68 is going to be even better than season 69.
Okay.
68. I'm way far ahead of us.
Yes, you are.
And that one too, so that's a good thing.
Wait for 69.
So before I let you guys go, you've got a new initiative that I think this community is going to be thrilled about. What can you tell us?
We are beginning a new aspect of our educational outreach in the city of Irving to school students. We have formed the Irving Youth Theater to produce plays with young people in Irving who love to act and want to do drama. The first play is going to be Aladdin Jr. in June at the Dupree Theater at the Arts Center.
Okay, we will be there, and we will also bring you back to tell us more about that.
Oh.
Thank you both so much for being here.
Well, thank
Looking
you.
forward to seeing George Strait-ish, seeing all my exes live in Texas, because they do.
That's the truth.
Folks, the entertainment series of Irving presents Derek Spence, the #1 in the nation George Strait tribute artist. The concert is Saturday, March 11th at 7:30 p.m. in Carpenter Hall. Call 972-252-ARTS for tickets and visit entertainmentseries.com for more information. If you want to know about other very cool things to do in Irving, let's get the details from Levi Gomez. What's the word, Levi?
Hi everybody, Levi here. Intimate Apparel tells the story of an African-American woman who makes her living sewing undergarments. It shows here at the Dupree Theater, March 10th through the 25th at the Irving Arts Center. Free activities are coming to the Irving Arts Center. Second Sunday Fun Day, parents and kids can create projects together. At Open Studio for Teens, create, experiment, and make friends. Both start Sunday, March 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. Check it out. Nigerian singer Wizkid comes to Toyota Music Factory's Pavilion. Check out More Love and Less Ego Tour March 4th at 7:30 p.m. Mexican pop band OV7 celebrates its 30-year career. Check it out at the Pavilion at Toyota Music Factory March 10th at 8:30 p.m. Double Victory is a documentary coming up at the Irving Archives and Museum. It tells the story of Tuskegee Airmen in their own words. Check it out March 4th at 2 p.m. Explore the challenges and triumphs of African Americans in World War II here at the Irving Archives and Museum through April 14th.
For more events happening about town, check out our local arts calendar at cityofirving.org/536. Here at ICTN, we've been telling viewers about the best arts and entertainment in Irving for more than 40 years. If you want to relive some of the early years, check out our sister channel, ICTN Classics, on Spectrum Channel 96 and Frontier Channel 32. It's a great way to see how Irving has evolved since 1981 and recall people who were part of Irving's history. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us. Please be sure to tune in next time for our stories on the North Texas Teen Book Festival, David Brighton's Space Oddity, the ultimate David Bowie experience, and a preview of Intimate Apparel, the latest production at Mainstage Irving, Las Colinas. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Tell us about events going on around the community, people we should profile, or stories you'd like to see on the show. You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We'll leave you tonight with a look at Le Ballet Trocadero de Monte Carlo, backed by popular demand at the Irving Arts Center. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman. Enjoy the rest of your day.